Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the Luck of Spring milestone event that's going to be starting on Friday at 2 p.m. I was about to say 1, but then I forgot about the daylight savings time. It feels like this is a bit of a late St. Patrick's Day event because that was on the 14th, and they've been having all these sort of weird, what appears to be like Luck of the Irish sort of St. Patrick's Day's offers in here, but hey, you know, it's a springtime late St. Patrick's Day event. So we're going to be going over exactly how you're going to get through this event to the best of your ability. You know, and realistically, that's how I do my event videos now, is because I'm going to try and, temper your expectations in terms of what you're going to be able to get and how far realistically you should be able to reasonably obtain some of these milestone points. So if you're ready to go, everybody, then let's boil this down. And before we get started, though, I do want to address some discrepancies that were had, of course, in the blog last Friday. I know it feels like ages ago now since we've already had the patch update now, but in last Friday's blog post, they talk about the Luck of Spring milestone. Okay, but they say March 17th here at 2 p.m. And then further down here, it says towards a 7-day milestone. But when you look at the leaderboard, or sorry, the board, and you look at the duration down below, you might not be able to see it. You can see it over here, sort of. In the corner, it says 6-day duration. So usually, when things like this happen, I defer to the table. Because more often than not, unfortunately in this case, whoever did the blog, Community Manager Archangel or Cerebro, normally fucked this up. So this part normally is fucked up, and usually the table is right because they normally get that, I guess, from their event devs or whatever. And it says 6 days down here. So wager in the comments down below, do you feel that it's actually going to be a 6-day or a 7-day event? I've done the event based on the math based on 6 days, and it looks fine to me. So that suggests that it's probably a 6-day event. So if it starts on Friday, that means it's going to be running until next Thursday. So keep that in mind. And I think we're probably going to be getting we also have the Moonstone event, which is going to be starting on Monday, and we're going to hear about more about that in the blog post. So I just wanted to go over that really quickly. I like how they say just a 5 red star character, because if you actually look what's inside of the milestone itself, it's a 5 red star abomination over here. But why couldn't they have just said that up in that part of the post? I don't know. So we're going to take a look. There's also going to be some pink flash bits. Now, as of recording this right now, I don't know whose costume that is. My guess is that's going to be a repeat costume, because there's only a few costumes that came out this patch. There was the Strike Team Up tail for Shield Medic, which is, we obviously know that that's the thing that you register online. And then there's a Hulk Ragnarok costume. I really doubt that that's this. And there is a Kestrel special anniversary costume, which more, it's definitely going to be that last event of the month. So this is probably going to be repeat costume, so I wouldn't be too concerned about it. Also because it's actually pretty easy to get these pink flash bits, so that makes it sound like it's anything super important. So don't worry about that. Let's though talk about this part, because in the patch notes, they did talk about the actual event that's coming in. It was supposed to be. So I was fumbling around a little bit, wondering where I saw this additional information regarding the Luck of Spring event. And it turns out it was in the data mine. So I thought it was posted officially on line. And honestly, I don't know why this isn't. Or why we haven't received in-game mail for this yet. But anyways, there is some additional information regarding Luck of Spring, because it also says that we will be getting a event store. That's what I was looking for in the information. I just forgot where I had read it. So in here, it talks about an event store by spending campaign energy. So you are going to be getting points in the milestone towards it, but you're also going to be getting a limited time event currency, the 4-leaf clovers, for this event. And it tells you a little bit about what you're going to get from that. So head to the limited time event store to spend 4-leaf clovers or any of the following items: teal unique gear pieces, which is good, You know, Hero Asgardian, this, it doesn't matter too much. Hero Asgardian Ravagers, Wave 1 Avenger character shards, T3 and T2 ability materials, gross, and more. So I think, you know, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to buy, but we know how much you're going to need to spend in order to clear this event or get as far as you possibly can. And, you know, whatever I get will probably go towards these teal unique gear pieces. I just kind of want to point that out before we get to the math, because that's kind of important there. So let's jump to that math and exactly what you're going to need to do. So the Luck of Spring, March the 17th to the 23rd, assuming it is a 6-day event, which is what I'm wagering. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, though. Spend campaign energy and earn alliance credits. So indirectly, there is a little bit of core spending as well. However, it's not super egregious in my opinion, this event. The other thing is that this event, it actually does not go towards the month-long either. You're not earning month-long currency. So, you know, I wouldn't spend too many cores on this, because we're going to have the upcoming Moonstone event, which is going to be coming on Monday anyways, which is, I think, going to be like a 5-6 day event or something, but we're going to get the official details of that on a Friday in terms of the numbers in the blog post and all of that. So you get 4 points. Sorry, it's 70,000. That's the total milestone points for the completion. I'm not, you know, at this point I put free claim question, because realistically they're almost garbage. Almost always that they're worth like a total of like 1 to 2% of the total, or even less. Like, it's not even worth including, but I don't know. Sometimes I add it in there later afterwards and I update this. Spend campaign energy, you get 4 points, and you get 4 points for earning alliance credits. Now, you've probably seen this before. This is my chart for campaign energy per day. So you do get 288 free-to-play energy, and that's just your time-based energy. So you get one every 5 minutes. You get 240 energy from your 3 refresh timers, and that's 80 times 3. Up to 480 additional energy from 200 cores daily, or 150 plus your pack, or whatever. You know, so up to 4 refreshes. You get 100 from your web milestone, and that brings you to a total of 1,108 energy. Now, if you multiply this by 4, this gives you 4,432 points, and then multiply this by 6 for 6 days is 26,600 rounding up. Now, I know what you're going to say is that depending on how you do this, you could do some extra coring on either end, technically before or after the days, depending on if your resets line up. So that depends on your daily, your time zone, things like that, whether or not you can fit that in or not. And if you want to get some extra coring in, then by all means, go for it. So you might be able to squeeze in a little bit extra points than what I'm suggesting here, but this is on average what everyone else should be able to do. So that's just that portion of it, and that's why it's highlighted in light blue, because that's going to tell you, you know, the subtotals. Light blue is subtotals for me. So let's talk about alliance credits. Now, normally that you can actually donate a day before and still collect that for these events. And I want to share that with you because I have mentioned this in the past in other events that require alliance donations. So if you go, oh, look, see, I forgot to claim. So this is a great example. So if you forget to claim your alliance donation stuff, I can then now go in here and then I can automatically claim this. So what you can do is you could do the 4 boxes or the 5 boxes or whatever from the previous day and then wait until the event starts and then claim it, and then do your donation for the next day. So if that makes sense, you can kind of like claim your previous day after the event started. You would also probably be able to do an extra day's donation as well. You could hypothetically be able to maybe get 8 days of alliance credits, but I'm going to give 1 extra day and not 2 extra days because it gets a bit murky depending on what your time zone is your resets and things like that. So I'm just going to give 1 extra day just because I think everyone should be able to do this. So total easy box credits, these easy boxes are the first 4. That's if everyone donates 10,000 gold. So those are pretty easy. As you notice, I did not because we're down some members right now. So we're going to have to donate some cores to get to this 5th box. So those are the 4 easy boxes. You get 400 alliance credits for that. The 5th box, which does require cores, it requires half of your alliance to donate 50 cores, or about 6 of your alliance members to donate 100 cores, assuming you have a full 24-man alliance. Otherwise, you have to compensate. That'll give you an additional 100 alliance credits, and then the daily objective gives you 150, and then you get a different amount of alliance credits depending on how much you donate. So 10 for 10k gold, 60 for 50 cores, and 90 for 100 cores. And so I've added all of this up together, and you're going to get anywhere from 560 to 710 alliance credits per day. And so I have taken the higher value of 710, and I multiplied this by the amount of points for 4. And you get about 2840 per day. And that's with the 5th box, and assuming that you're donating a 50 cores. I think this is 50 cores, 610. Actually, it could be, it's probably 100 cores, actually. Now that I think about it, Let's fix that. Sorry. So if you donate 100 cores, you don't need to though. So this is just a rough estimate of how much points you're going to get. So over the course of 7 days, because of what I explained earlier, is that you could probably get an extra donation claiming and things like that from the boxes like you saw me do just now. That's about 20,000 points there from this part. So that 20,000 plus this 26,600, add them up together, and what I'm going to say is your total reasonable points available is 46,472. And so where is that going to get you on the milestone here? So if you go down, and you can see, and I can move my head out of the way, you can get up to milestone 27, and you're pretty close to milestone 28, sorry, at 50,000. So if you pushed on the campaign energy spending a little bit more if you wanted to, then you could do this. What's that worth to you? 250,000 gold and 50 L4 training modules. It doesn't sound very good. But you do get some augmented catalysts from these other milestones. So what do you get in total? Well, you get a 5-star red star abomination here at milestone 25, which you should be able to get. You will get 30 shards of brawn if you still need him. He is in the Blitz store now, in the Blitz orb, so you can really spend your Blitz credits there if you really want to get him. You do get some promotion credits as well, silver and gold promotions all the way along the way, orange and teal catalyst, and of course those pink flash bits for the skins that I don't know what that's actually going towards yet. There's other bronze shards and other character shards, which isn't too terrible. There's actually 20 shards of Spider-Man 2099. Now this is where I'm going to add this in, because the last time I talked about rewards in a blog table, they changed this for I think it was Commander's Cash, right? The one with the Wong and the Gambit shards, whichever event that was that's ongoing right now, that the blog table was wrong, and it turned out that it was less shards inside the game. So I'm going to put this up here right now so I don't get in trouble for that, because who knows really, and we won't know until we see it in game. But I would say those 2099 shards are actually pretty decent, because as of right now, he is not farmable, and that's actually 10 more up here. So that's 30 2099 shards, which isn't terrible. But the other part of it is also that there is a leaderboard. So down here, you're going to get another leaderboard, and when you get to the sort of 26 to 50%, you get, top 25%, you're going to get some blue 4 ions. Top 10%, you're going to get more blue 4 ions. And if you get 1%, you're going to get 500,000 blue 5 ions. And the good news is that does not have a minimum requirement. So if you remember this other blog post, yes, there's been like a shit ton of blog posts lately. They did clarify that there is 0 point thresholds for Luck of Spring, 0 for Commander's Cash, Historic Encounter, which is kind of just ending, which is garbage because it's got 60k. That's a different conversation altogether. I hate these hidden leaderboards, but at least they're trying to tell us now, and Luck of Spring does not have any. So that's it in a nutshell. That's Luck of Spring. It's not a super important event, but if you do want to get a little bit of extra resources along the way for something that you're probably going to be doing anyways, there is a little bit of extra core spending in terms of your alliance donations, but outside of that, I wouldn't say it's anything super crazy. So I think that it's something that you could probably manage until, of course, that the Moonstone event, which starts on Monday. So you should be able to do that a little bit alongside while we wait. So that's the end of this video, everyone. Happy patch 7.0 once again. And of course, there's going to be continued videos on the Boilon channel in the days ahead. We have the blog post coming out tomorrow on Friday, so that'll be interesting because it's going to have the math details for Moonstone. So I'm excited whether or not they're going to screw us on that event and how difficult that's going to be to get shards for her. So until the next video, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.